Well, howdy folks. So, Christian here from 7 Gamer Network, and we're ready for another game. I'm really ready for another game. I made some slight changes to this eUnkar Vader deck, and we're giving it a stern test. We're going up against Poe Maz. Do you know what? I'm going to keep friends in high places early. I am not going to keep that. And I'm not going to keep that, and I'm only going to keep one of those. Now I'm keeping 2 events, but that's going to hit a lot of stuff and I need some removal. So, okay, doubt, yeah, not brilliant, is it? Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Now if I can win the roll off, I've got 4 to hit. Yes. Okay, so that's a big help actually. Just getting that early doors is really cool, and we'll straight away begin with that. Confiscation's not going to be much good in this deck. Okay, so we'll be getting rid of that. So he's got 2 very big chunky specials there. Okay, he's got the fast hands. Okay, that's kind of annoying. So I think at this stage, let's do this and see if we can hit one of them. Because if we can get a 3. Damn! We roll a big blank. That's annoying. Ah well. Ugh. Yeah, see, so what I was looking for there. Oh hello, we've lost the opponent. I'm sure he'll be back actually. He was well up for the game. Now, okay, so just some of my thinking through there. I know he's got 2 big cards in hand. He's got the fast hands, so therefore he's going to really only be able to do that to do the 1. And if I'd have rolled the 3, that would have meant then that I could have been able to stand a good chance of hitting his other card and getting myself, well, either 3 or 5 if I got the or 4, no, 5 resources on. If I'd managed. Oh no, he hasn't rolled special. Interesting, he's going straight for Vader. Oh wow. Oh, this really is cool. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to doubt. Ugh, okay. Still, I feel like I'm going to take 4 damage this first round, which isn't bad. Whoops, a daisy, what am I doing? Oops. That would be his go. So yeah, I feel like I mean, I could take 6 because you could roll a couple more damage here. I'm not going to use up removal on those. I think what we'll do is this. Oh, he's going to do 1, sure, yeah. Got the 2 disrupt, and let's see if he claims. He probably will. He might go for a bit of extra damage. Because he could get rid of that falcon. I've got 3 showing now. I know he's got the dug in. Yeah, just double checking he discarded to Vader then. No problem. So we've hit the dug in. Not that's really going to make much of a difference to us in this matchup. What's he going for? He is going for a discard to reroll. He's going to try and push through that damage. I'm not so sure that was his best choice. No, he discarded that, so I could get 3 resources. I think what I'll do is I'll mill him with that. Get the 3. 1, 2, 3. I think it's worth it, even though he's going to mill me for the 2. I think because I'll also be able to get out interrogation droid. Let's do that now. I do think interrogation droid is going to be useful. Do I want confiscation? I'm going to risk it. Let's see what we get. Disrupt would be nice. Oh, you're joking. Whoops. Let me just quickly roll this. Sorry. Oh, I'll roll the bank anyway. Okay. Cool. Right then. So, draw 4. We will get 2 more resources. So we're up to 5. This is looking good. And of course, he's going after Vader first, which I really like. I mean, that gives me a lot of leeway. I mean, it's interesting. I think if I was playing against this, I'd be going the other way, but man, let's see what he does here. He hasn't got the hit and run, otherwise he'd played it by now, surely. What's he going to do? Okay, he has got a hit and run then. Ouch. Yeah, this could be bad news for Vader. Oh, yuck, you're going to get double specials off. Well, it's highly likely he's going to get double specials off. Yeah, fast hands. Yeah, 3. Okay. Okay, and then let's see if he can get the focus and get another one off, which will be pretty much a dead Vader. Oh, he hits it. There it is. Whether he's got anything else in his hand again. I guess he could just turn to the 3 for 1. Either way, it's stupid damage. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to be in trouble because he, at this rate, is going to pretty much outmill me. Because he's going so fast, he's going to claim everything. So I am going to have to get lots and lots of. I'm going to have to get Con Artist on the go here, and I've got to make that start counting. I've got to get personal shields and armor plating on the go here. Actually, let's just. He's got 3 cards in hand. I think I'll hit him with the friends in low places now. It just doesn't really matter, does it? But yeah, okay. So we'll get. Oh, hello. Let's get rid of that one. Yeah, I'm not going to do any damage to him, so he's going to claim. And this is my difficulty here with my battlefield and him going so much faster. I don't know if I really like. Well, I don't really like any battlefield really against Poe Maz, apart from Mos Eisley. Is there anything else I want to put out first? I guess I'll pay the 2 and I'll put this personal shield on him. So let's right, he's got 2 cards left, so we should be able to get rid of those. So let's hit Vader's ability. Okay. And what was the other card? Hunker Down, wasn't it? So I'm not going to bother using eUnkar's ability actually. It's an event, you may remove it. I should have done that one first, never mind. It don't matter. Oops. Let's get that on the go as well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, oh my, this is quite a lot of resources. Let's just roll this out, get the discard, come on. Yeah, okay, so we'll hit that discard. Let's do this. Okay, let's... Oh, I don't really want to do a re-roll here, but I need shields out of that. I really need shields out of that. Oh, this could be really stupid, because that is not going to guarantee me shields, but I have got to go for it. I will draw into some removal unless I'm really unfortunate. I mean, there's a lot of cards left and I've got a lot of removal left, so let's re-roll that. I'm actually going to re-roll that because the 3 damage makes no difference to me now whatsoever, because I could get shields or resources out of it. And we'll totally... Oh, actually, a resource is going to be the big thing here. Are they? They probably aren't. I mean, yes, blackmail, it is really nice having it, but I could get the fuck. Oh, do you know what? We'll just discard for the reroll on these two. I've done it now. No, and it blanks. Painful. Okay, so I'll take 4 resources. Man, I hope I hit a rise again on the next round, and then I'll play this on him for the 1. Okay, alright, this is important. Come on, come on, come on, see it, see it, see it. Yes. Okay, now not a hit and run. Don't you dare play hit and run. Don't you dare play hit and run. Don't play hit and run. He is hovering over those cards. I don't like it. Oh, what's he going to do? He's going to roll out. He's having a good think about this one. One of the things I do really like about this deck is the staying power of it is ridiculous. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. So it's got 23 base health anyway, and then the fact that you can have the resources very frequently to be able to play the Rise Agains on Vader. So it doesn't matter whether they go after Vader first or not, it really doesn't. Yeah, I really like it, and it has got lots of mitigation in. Just double checking, I think he's really... Either that... No, he is just thinking. Other things that we've drawn, another interrogation droid. Kind of feeling like we're doing okay with getting him down each round so far. He needs to be able to spike the damage. If he's got hit and run, what are we on? We're on 11 damage. He needs to do 5 with his hit and run. And if it's range damage, personal shield, he needs to do 6. So it's entirely reasonable that he's not going to manage that. Did he double thermals me? Oh crap, okay. So let's see what this 1 is. Okay, come on, yeah. It is. He's obviously got options, so okay. So is he going to hit him for 3, or is he going to do me 2 each? 2 to both. Okay, so that's going to get rid of the armor plating, and then we'll do this. So I think at this stage I can then just rise again and put the armor plating back on him. Three, 4, 5. Just double check there isn't anything else super juicy. Could put another personal shield on him. Do you know what? That might be a shout. Let's put the other personal shield back on him. Woo! Okay. That does feel pretty strong. I like it. That's actually the first time I have ever played a Rise Again. Okay. So he's got a 2 to both again there, which I can't currently deal with. And he's got 2 that as well. So I think what we'll do, yeah, let's get the Vader die in there. So we'll get the Vader ability to go off, because I want these shield dice in there. Ah, you are joshing me. I haven't rolled a single shield. Wow, that's a bit painful. At least he doesn't roll a focus. So he's going to do 2 to both, which just is straight up 2 to both. This isn't going to make any difference to that. These personal shields, not very good in that instance. Right, so I'm feeling like okay, he's going to do 2 there as well. Yeah. I'm feeling, from the way he's playing, I think he's got another big card in hand. But darn it, I really want. Yeah, I'm not going to do. He doesn't like you to save that sort of damage now. However, that's really annoying that Unkar's already to 6. I can't believe this didn't roll shields. It's so annoying. What do I need to do? He's going to stick 1 more damage onto Unkar, which puts him in real scary range, I think. I want to try and get the most out of those dice there, so let's just do this. Because I want to get shields out of those. Because he hasn't got anything that gets through shields. So if I can, I'll get a big reroll here. Oh, he's using 3PO. So that's 2 more damage he's got. In that case, so he's got 2 cards left in hand. I think just to control the damage, let's do this and play out an armor plating on him. Yeah. I think I'll just get rid of that. No, I will absorb. I will just take it on him. Right, let's do eUnkar's ability with that one and that one. Come on, hit something good. Oh, boom. I'll take it. He's going to roll that. Oh, he doesn't like you it. You can take a shield. You can discard that card if he really wants to. Yeah, I'm guessing he'll claim. Oh, my prized possession's gone. Never mind. Okay. So we'll use this. So that's going to be 2 gone. Okay, so we're 12 plays 10. Let's see. Can I get the disc? Yes, good. Okay. Although, will I use it for that, or do I want to? I'm going to do this. Reroll these 2. Come on. Okay, it's 2, that's not bad. But I am going to have to make him discard it, aren't I? So we'll discard that. Ah, and it was a 3 as well. Should have gone for it. 2, 1, 2. And we'll take that resource. Don't need to play out the interrogation droid. I'm emptying him out every turn. And I need to just catch up in cards. Oh, there we go. Some big cards coming out now. See, could also stick out hunkered down here. It's a real pain he's got that U-wing out. Damn it, hit and run. Now, Vader is actually, he could die here. We've hit the 1 thermal. Oh, damn it. He's still got another thermal in there. There it is. Okay, so 3. Let's, so yeah, he's going to go 1, 2, that. And then Vader is just going to take 3, isn't he? Sheesh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Interesting. I don't think so. He hasn't got another. He's gone for this rather than for. Okay, so he's got a 3 there, and again, I don't think I can stop that going off. I can absorb 2 into that. What are we on here? On 9, 10, 11. It can actually do. That's good to reduce it to 1, with both the personal shields going off. I think what I'll do is I'll pay 3 and I'll use the vibro knucklers. It's a bit crazy, I know, but and then with the ambush, he's going to discard 1. Okay. Oh, this is getting to that real crunch play where it starts getting very, very technical, counting all the actions out, what needs to happen. Yes, Palpster, it's all about his ability. He's asking why Vader over a 2-dice Dooku. Yeah, it's all about that ability. And all those hit points as well, of course. See, the thing is, if I'd have drawn Rise Again in this round, that's the thing, this round I've just got to keep Vader alive here. I've just got to do everything I can to keep Vader alive. Oh, and he hasn't rolled. He hasn't rolled when he needed to roll. In fact, he could have used 3PO to... Okay, so let's do that, and he'll take... He could use 3PO to turn that 3 into melee damage. That would have been really cool. Right, what have we got here? How am I going to make this work? I've got 2 shields over there. I mean, I need to keep eUnkar in the game. No other die. You just say no other die. Sure. It's just saying, just doing that one. I'm going to resolve shields, you know. I'm going to stick 3 shields all onto eUnkar. So if eUnkar goes down, it's game over. Especially when he's got that con artist on him. Ugh. Okay, that's a good job I got those shields out. He just played Planetary Uprising. Okay, so... Oh, this is where I start thinking... Do I start being cheeky? Is it a bit silly to try and get blackmail out? I think it is, because I could see Rise Again next turn. But these are lovely cards to not be playing out. Blackmail, so good. He's only got 1 card left in hand anyway at this stage. So let's go for eUnkar. Well, this is getting super tight here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, rolled all the disrupt. Sadly not that special. Well, 3 cards at the top of his deck is going to put him to lower than me. No, we'll put it to equal when he claims. It's quite exciting. He's discarding his field medic for a nice big reroll. Let's see what he gets. Oh, he blanks and the focus. So we could focus that to the 3 for 1. I can't remove it. I think my best option here is I've got a bit of time to deal with this. I reckon I'll go for a reroll. Let's go for a big reroll. So we'll reroll this. He's got no cards in hand. Doesn't really matter what I roll with that one. In fact, these 2 can both go. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh, we did get the focus though. That's good. And 2 more shields. That's very good. Yeah, and I'll put those 2 shields onto eUnkar. Quite a lot of thinking in this deck. One of the issues, I guess it's because it's early days for me playing with the deck. So he goes to the 3 for 1. So at this stage, no, he's got to go for the 2 because you can't afford to pay for it. So, I mean, if he sticks a 2 onto here, then I can double shield on it. I think wherever it goes... Yeah, so I think what I'll actually do is this. The special on that. I will still use my interrogation droid. But again, I've got more to gain here. Right, he'll do that, which can give him 2 melee. Okay, I think I'll do this then. Let's take these 2 onto him, because he can turn it to 2 melee, which of course means I can't then personal shield against it. Interestingly enough, if I had earlier on dished out that damage, the damage sides of Vader, I'd actually be able to close to kill Maz, which helps. So I mean that's really quite interesting that that's even a possibility. Now here I could. He's gone so long with this. I could claim, and I think it actually be better. It switches so much of his deck off. I think I will. He's not going to be able to kill me. I'll just claim. Yeah, I think I could. Could have been the wrong thing to do there, but he's down to 5 cards in hand, 5 cards in the deck. So it's next game. It's next round. Because I mean, I should probably be able to finish him off. I think. I don't think he can do enough damage. He doesn't do the damage now from Planetary Uprising. He's going to use that ability to do 1 damage, I guess, onto eUnkar. Okay. Wow, interesting. Really interesting. Now, what do I need to keep out of these? Oops, he's gone again. I'm sure he'll be back. Okay, so just until he does. Wow, this is fascinating. That rise again was amazing. Even despite a couple of times when we really wanted to roll something like some shields out of the personal shield and it didn't happen, this deck managed to keep it going, to stay alive really quite well. Again, I'm surprised by it. I was surprised last night when I first played it. I narrowly lost, but it was close. Again, I'm just really impressed by the staying power of the deck and how it's a threat right to the end. What are we going to do here? I've taken my 2 resources. I quite like both of those. I quite like all 3 of those. I can overwrite the Vibro Knucklers, but the thing is I really want to see that rise again. What's better? Blackmail's not as good as Vibro Knucklers, so that can go into there. And the Hunker Down, oh man, I mean, I really just need to see rise again. Almost worth just getting rid of all of it, I think. Oh, that's possibly brash, but there it is. Nice. So unless he can disrupt me, we're pretty good. Should have discarded the Vibro Knucklers, then I could have played it. Oh well. I'll play out the blackmail of one of those personal shields. Play the 5. We'll rise again. And that should be it. Search. Where's that blackmail? Actually, I could prize possession. That's epic. Yeah. No, because I need to discard. Yeah. He ain't going to be able to do the damage. But that's really nice that I can also rise again and play the prized possession on him. Wow. Oh guys, this deck's cool. I really like it. This deck is really cool and fun. I just need to be able to play a lot faster with it, I think. Oh, there we go. eUnkar's down. But it don't matter anymore. Shake them off. Okay. Is there anything else I really want to get? In fact, what? No, the blackmail's too good. That would be quite good fun. Let's do this. I might get a resource out of it. Otherwise, I might. Oh no! I'm blanked. Okay, he gets the 2 resources there. So, let's do Vader. He's got to discard 1 anyway. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, so there's 2 discard. He's going to give me that money. Nice. That'll pay for my isolation. Although he's back to Mars anyway, so too late. Alright, I have got to get rid of that. See, maybe yeah, it is interesting as to whether I should have done it and I could get. See, if I discarded the vibro knucklers, I think that would have been a really cool play. In anticipation of the likelihood was that I the likelihood was that I was going to draw into Rise Again at 6 cards. I was going to draw 4. I probably should have been brave, got rid of the vibro knucklers, because if I saw that Rise Again, hey, I know that I'm going to be able to play the vibro knucklers out, and having 2 lots of vibro knucklers here now would have been really good. Okay, so he's going to do. Okay, so he's just resolved those 2, sure. Well, I kind of want to be able to pay the extra on those vibro knife. So, what might be more prudent here? Right, 5 damage. I can put the shields on afterwards, and I'm going to be able to reduce it to 4. And then, yeah, I don't really care. Do you know what? You can totally do that. I'm going to discard to reroll. Right, Con Artist is dead to me now. So we'll keep that, but we'll reroll these ones. Come on, get discard, discard, discard. Damn it. 1 discard. I have to get him discarded this. Right, he's doing 5 damage, so he does 3, so that takes it to 2 from the 3. So I take 4 damage altogether. 3, 4. I will then take the 2 shields because he will claim. I mean, I think I'd still be chucking 3PO out there and just turning it into melee. Right. When I re-roll this, we need to see shields and discard. Oh, bummer. I didn't think about that. Ah. That was a slight miscalculation. Well done if you saw it in the stream. Yes, Palpster. I think I should have done He's just saying toss all 3 for best chance. What do I do now? And he's going first. Yes. I kind of have to, because I can win the game right here. So I kind of have to go for it. Come on. Whey! We got it. Well, that was slightly jammy, but hey. Right guys, I'm just going to say, just finish up with him here, and then we'll have a bit of a debrief on that. Debrief. Okay, right then. So that was really interesting. Now, what that felt like was a powerful. It's a powerful deck. I mean, it does feel like a powerful deck. It's got lots of strong cards in it. It's got lots of my favourite cards. We're playing with eUnkar, we're playing with Vader, we're playing with Blackmail, which is an amazing card. We've got Vibro Knuckles in there, which is a stupid good card. There's a lot of power in the deck. Con Artist. Again, I still feel like I'm not quite playing it where it needs to be, but this is only my second game with the deck. The Rise Agains are outstanding in it. I mean, I know that we tend to think that those are in there for, well, really, I guess, for the Emperor Palpatine in the game. I mean, for Emperor Palpatine, because typically a Vader deck isn't going to use a Rise Again. Now, the Jabba Vader, I have played against Jabba Vader, which has got a sort of similar feel to this. Why do I like eUnkar Vader better? Well, I feel like what eUnkar is bringing to the table is discard that's going to result in you getting resources. And I think that actually there's a lot of big stuff to play in this. You know, we're not playing with cheap cards, and so those resources are really important. So if we were going with a Jabba Vader build, then I think that there's those times when you don't get the 2 discard side on Jabba early, and when you see it mid to late turn, often it's just less impactful. Whereas the fact that, you know, I can roll out Vader and use his ability on eUnkar to immediately discard a card after I've rolled him, when he's already discarding a card, it feels really strong. So what I mean is that I think eUnkar means that we can get more resources from our discarding, and we're going to get slightly less discarding happening. But overall, with this deck, this is doing a lot of discard. I mean, you could see. I mean, I'm chucking interrogation droids. So I'm like, yeah, I'm doing enough. Now, the command center, it's possibly going to be an issue, because that was the only thing that kept him in the game. I mean, imagine if we hadn't been running command center, I'd have felt no real pressure. I mean, I had to go for the win on that round, largely because he was able to mill me for 8 or 10 cards or something. So I'm interested to see whether what I actually should have done is maybe use new orders when you see it early in this game, or it just allows them to take their Emperor's Throne Room or whatever. I don't know. That's a really interesting thing that I think with playtesting I'll have to work out what will be the right one. Secluded Beach doesn't hurt you but could help you. It's a great shout. Yeah, because we're not playing with any ranged. Yeah, I think the question will be, I mean, so I'm building this for my store champs, so there is going to be a little bit of, well, what's the meta in my local store champs? And I think the one drawback is I think we've got a bit more melee in my local meta than in quite a few others. So things like personal shields not so good, the hunker downs not so good. That's why I've only got the one in there as well, because I am testing with that in mind. But secluded beach could really be an interesting option in this, actually. Guys, what did you think? I mean, I presume we saw that game more or less through. What did you think were standout cards? Obviously, Rise Again was amazing. Was there anything else? Was there any plays that you saw? You thought, hang on, that doesn't look quite right. It felt to me like there was the one round we didn't draw a Rise Again when I really could have done with it, just to sort of give myself a bit more breathing room. But other than that, I felt like that was, I certainly played that better than I played the first game. But there is a little bit of juggling with things like armor plating, trying to make sure you get that out. It's costing you the resources. I mean, yeah. So Palps was saying that getting a blackmail was a misplay, that he really had enough resources to negate that sort of discard option. Yeah, and that's probably a good shout. One of the things I will need to remember with this deck is blackmail's strong early game when it's really costing your opponent to deal with. Of course, late game when they've probably got some resources built up or they've got their upgrades out, it's not so much of an issue. So late game blackmail, most of the time, probably not going to, I'm just going to tell this person, sorry newbie, just finishing up on stream. So yeah, I feel like that, I'll just drop out of this, drop out of the room. Next time, newbie. Right, let me just drop out of this room because it's a bit annoying for others otherwise. Yeah, when you're playing that blackmail, you need to make that assessment of, do I think this blackmail is really going to cause damage to my opponent if they've got to be playing that one resource all the time? And I think early game it does, and I don't think late game it really makes much difference. That was a late game. I'm trying to think what the other options were in terms of cards that I could have played, or trying to remember what there was. But actually, I can't remember what my other options were. I mean, hopefully it wasn't a Vibro Knuckles, because no, I had the one in hand, didn't I? So yeah, I think generally it feels like a strong deck. It feels good enough to play some more, definitely. It's performing better than I kind of thought it would do, after having played against it a couple of times and looking at it and thinking, yeah, just eUnkar, Vader together, they just work. Let's build something from that, and this feels strong. Yeah, prize possession, of course, that was the other possibility that I could have played. Yeah, and I chose to go to blackmail over the prize possession. And that's one of those. The other thing as well, I guess, was with that play was trying to. You need to look and see. Well, if they have built up a bunch of resources, unless you've got eUnkar to big old discard, really late game, a blackmail like I played on Vader there with eUnkar dead. If they've got 4 resources, you're just never going to get to play it. And I think the prize possession would have made the difference there, because it makes it a bit less squeaky bum time really, with only one Poe die in to be chucking out the damage. So yeah, I think the prize possession probably was the better choice. and Jeremy's just saying that's why the fast hands is so strong late game. Yeah. Now, you may call me very, very stupid here, and that's because literally I just chucked the deck together. And although fast hands, I think, probably is the strongest card in the game, it's not actually in this deck, which is probably an oversight. And probably needs to be rectified. Mainly because being able to fast hands the blackmail is obviously brokenly good, but I also feel like there's a few dice that we've got that we just don't want sitting out, hanging about out there. I am very stupid, and so definitely fast hands will be going in. And the main thing is for the blackmail and for the con artist, because if con artist rolls that special, you know, obviously that's a big target for removal then, and is going to get taken away. And I think after that, you know, fast hands disrupt can potentially with this deck be very good. You've got to remember we're also running confiscation, and so being able to do a confiscation and then roll out eUnkar and get rid of their resources is potentially very strong, and I especially think that's going to be very, very strong when you're playing against the sort of Vibro Knives decks. So when you're playing against Emo Kids and Vader Raider, I think it's going to be important for that matchup, because confiscation is so important in that matchup, as are the doubts, which are really there to deal with Vibro Knife. Anyway, so yeah, apart from needing to stick fast hands in, I think it's going well. This is playtesting where a deck is surprising me. The one thing I am a little bit about is speed of play, and I don't generally feel like I haven't spent a lot of time thinking. I think both of the games I've played, it has felt a little bit more like it's been my opponent needing to think. But that is one of the big problems with these kind of decks, which is, you know, which is quite, it is a bit scary. I do feel uncomfortable about that. Jeremy's just saying fast hands discard 2 to 3 on the Vibro Knives, of course, plus the Vader activation all at once. Yeah, yes, fast hands, Vibro Knuckler and Vader is is so good, and of course it all blackmail. I mean, that's a scary Vader, isn't it, with those cards on? And then eUnkar with the personal shields to chuck the shields onto Vader. However, personal shield is just worth its weight in gold. I mean, those 2 personal shields, even though they didn't roll particularly well, they were really good. Right, one last thing just before we sign off here. Palps is just saying as well, one thing to consider though, you're making lots of resources against Pomaz, yeah? How do you feel against decks with 0 and 1 cost cards mostly? Too slow? I think that the decks that I'm most scared about with this are going to be the eUnkar FN Trooper list. But largely because they can dick out a lot of damage, and that's really scary. And then the other issue that's kind of counterbalances it probably with the eUnkar FN builds is that they can absolutely dick through their deck, and their deck's gone before you know it. So then you've got this, they're running a tightrope of trying to do enough damage whilst also not decking themselves. So there's those 2 sort of elements there. And then I think against other decks that are going to play lots of 0s and 1, wow, I mean the main ones are Emo Kids, and Emo Kids is going to be scary. I think Emo Kids is going to be tough. Sorry for the wobble there. I probably should try and get a couple of games in now against the Emo Kids, because Emo Kids is fairly easy to get together. Lots of people will be playing with Emo Kids, and it's, you know, it's a popular deck. And what I don't really want to end up doing is having lots of games against Emo Kids if it's got a bad matchup with that in my store champs. And I think Emo Kids is a bit scary because yes, it runs some big upgrades, and Holocron is a pain. Yes, you can confiscate them and for a bit of removal. There's lots of, there's doubts and things like that. Mind you, Holocron's got 2 specials on. There are quite a lot of ways of dealing with it, but if they get Vibro Knife out and they get it to stick, my deck is all about mitigating damage. This deck is all about mitigating damage using shields and blockable damage like armor plating. And so a good vibe. I mean, another one that could be real problematic is sort of Rey type builds. If it's Han Rey, Qui-Gon Rey, Obi-Wan Rey, that could be really painful. So Luke Rey, I feel like I need to get some games against those to see, like, have I got enough in to deal with Vibro Knives decks. Anyway, it's come up to the hour. That's good for a little stream. Nice little game there and good chat afterwards. So yeah, guys, make it yourself, play it yourself, see if it's any good. I'd love to hear feedback, especially if you're in the Patreon. Get chatting to me about it in there if you build some games and play some games. But whatever way, just get in touch, because it's really cool to hear from you guys with ideas you come up with and builds and things like that. I am literally only going to get to 1 store champs, I think, this whole season, which is not cool. Thankfully, it's my home store, so I'm going for the big win on that one. Anyway, cheers, guys, and until next time, keep enjoying Destiny.